Hey yo, my name is Davey, and I'm also trying to cast one game for the tournament. Because there were plenty of long games, so I figured maybe they could use some help to cast all the games, as I had the feeling that there was interest in the games being casted. So yeah, let's just start off here. I didn't really prep too much, but as far as I know, this is the third game between, which is the right to cancel, yeah. Danny, I see against Geiger and Scheißdampf. It is 1-1, so this will be the decider. On the bottom side, we have the reddish colors and pink, red and pink on the German side, and I think Dutch and British is green and orange, yeah. They are playing on Crossfire. Is it Crossfire? I think it's Crossfire. Yeah, it is Crossfire. Basically, it is quite a short map. You can also see ice already heading towards the ice, whereas the others are heading towards the asteroids, I think. If I remember correctly, I only skimmed through it. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, because you have 3 asteroids in your backyard, basically, and then like one frontal normal planet. It's either ice or volcano, and then in the middle, I think this is kind of fixed. The barren Ferrous desert setup, like the Ferrous is very close. That's why it is definitely a favorite site for Wasari, especially being so close. You could say the desert is also close-ish, but it's still kind of protected between, with the Ferrous and the gas giant. So it's definitely harder to reach for an Advent, for example. And I think for tech, it's not as lucrative as it used to be. Yeah, but tech at least has the homeworld buff, which is kind of like everywhere here, right? So basically your quarter of the map is with your homeworld buff, so that means it is not so easy to attack you. Okay, by the looks of it, Icy decided to head back, also to the asteroid side. I personally think it is fine for most factions to just go the back line, especially for tech. I think it is not so easy to just decide to rush attack, basically because both homeworld buffs are very strong, and therefore I don't think you can just easily just walk in there and take this planet. And Wasari, people know Wasari start with the Big Bang, so yeah, and that rushing a Wasari is usually not advisable, especially if you're Advent. So that leaves Advent of the last factions. And I think, yeah, you can either go both, try to, I don't know, get an early grab on this planet, or go through the back. I haven't played it too much, so I'm not sure what I would do. Yeah, but let's see what the guys did here. So then he opened with a double evacuator start. I think I've seen him doing that often lately. And Geiger also went fleet beacon, so he's definitely also building a capital ship. Yeah, it's the Vulcros. I think he likes that ship. I've seen him building it often. And Scheißdampf went with the standard Eken. He's playing primacy. So potentially he's gonna play a relatively normal, I don't know, 1-1-3, 1-1-1-6 game. Although I've seen him keep building 4 labs, I don't know why. I think he's still in the old patch. Because yeah, you only need 3. Like as Advent, it happens because you have the +3 on the homeworld, and it's still really good because of the research, and you get it early because of the research rate. But yeah, as tech, you don't really need to go to even numbers, right? You can just go 3, that's fine. You can also use the planet item, and then it is like I think it even makes sense to take the military item to get the factory unit build time, Because I would definitely just build chips from your homeworld, especially with this buff. Yeah, you already start with effects, so just add 1, 2, and then you can just produce from your homeworld. It's anyways right at the front, right? And protected. As protected as you can, because you don't want to lose your homeworld. We see Danny is as fast as Geiger. Ice is close-ish, because he had his little detour. So yeah, they basically all make the same opening. Ice is already starting the Tempest production, which makes sense. And Geiger, I wanted to check up in. Everyone is going Warfare, except Icy. I think Advent gets away with it, potentially. Because Tempest can take over in the mid game. The others are playing aggro. Yeah, you just press all the eco buttons as Wazari if you don't plan to rush. And if you go multi-cap, you usually don't plan on a big rush. Because just building 3 caps or 2 isn't really sufficient to rush someone. Yeah. So it is like a normal aggro build without committing too much. We can compare the Wazaris. So they have both. Oh no. So Danny added a 3rd cap. So that is the difference, basically. 2 egg and the carrier. And Geiger stayed, I think, as of now, on 2 caps. Yeah, also doesn't look like he's producing another one. Yeah, it's going into the Sulzerok spam. Still only 1 cap, and just extractors. At the start, I think it's fine if I just keep on the overview. I hope that it's not too unusual. The fun part is you don't even need to level colonize with the second deck. Also, oh, there's also the Chisgun. So then for sure you don't need it. Because the egg abilities are really strong, especially in those skirmishes and in early skirmishes against frigates, obviously with the AoE and the potential gravity warhead in phase jump inhibit, yeah. Definitely potentially fatal. So yeah, they're just capping now their forward planet, which is very standard. And yeah, now the question is obviously Wazari is gonna like look at the Ferris. It's obviously very, very tempting. Also here we have a huge derelict. What is it? 5k credits. Yeah, that is a huge one, but it's also heavily protected. So what is it like? Okay, yeah, 6 Harkas, 4 Jeffs, and the normal garrison. So yeah, you cannot just easily walk in there. You need to build some fleet, but still, like having the threat of getting a second homeworld for your faction, that's obviously a lot of pressure to the other faction opposing it. But yeah, I mean, I think that is the normal colonization period. Like the middle planet is obviously now the Baron and the Ferris, and we will see what they're gonna decide to do. We see many scouts, which is always what you want to see. Players do, because it's important to know where they're moving. Also, Ice has here 1 idle. There, yeah, on all connections. Very good. Yeah, so Danny moves to the Ferris. And Shystampf has his pirates ready. So he has some additional power, but he has not too many kobolds.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
So let's see what he basically invested. Yeah, so he went kinda heavy into eco, I would even say, because I mean these orbital extraction series are nice because he built some extractors, but it is kinda greedy, you could say. Because these investments all could also go into fleet, and then he could potentially, or not, I would not say potentially, I would definitely say push back here, right? Because these are just 3 caps. I mean, still 3 caps, but I mean, if you just arrive with 20 plus kobolds and your pirates, then those caps have to run as well. And yeah, you're not like the return of investments on these percentages take much longer if you don't only have like 5 systems, right? This is kind of rush distance. So it's not going to be easy for Pink to contest Danny here, I would say. Because Danny is now only building from 1 factory though. So also not committing too hard. But yeah, he also made 3 caps, so it's not so he's not swimming in money. He also is buying all the consumables, so this will be strong caps and not too much money left for ships. Here on the other side we see this similar fate, but here just with different ships. The Vulcarus and the Egg with spam defensors. We can see, yeah, here we see 2 factories. So we just see more emphasis on the frigate, also less items, or just starting them now. And now we see trades between some Tempests and those caps. The Geiger is playing, I've seen it on another map, playing the defensors rather smart. Like he's never fully committing to the Tempests unless he's certain that he's winning, because they are very squishy. But they are also really good at dealing with the missiles, right? Especially when they're running away, because then the PD can just really shoot at the missiles that are not faster as as themselves. So he is really careful and is basically trying to preserve as many defensors as much as possible. Here we still see the fight going on between Danny and Scheißdampf, but yeah, here is the problem for Scheißdampf, that he doesn't have enough power to really threaten a cap, right? Now, I mean, he started with like 6 or 8 light frigates, and now lost all of them one by one basically, and this now his few corsairs are left, but yeah, they're not really dealing too much damage against the capital. And he's basically trading for too long. Now more of his ships are coming, but that is like, yeah, just a little bit too late, and also not too many. Also some raiders in the backline from Danny, so he's trying to harass him at the same time. As of now, he doesn't have any PD, so these raiders can shoot nearly freely. Danny built the second factory, so he will definitely be able to spam his ships now. After Geiger took the Baron, he proceeded forward to the Ferrous, which is obviously reasonable. He already has the labs for the level 3 warfare. You have to build it relatively early because your fleet supply is capped on 600 on tier 2. So you're not stuck at 600 while the other guy is like going over 600, because these fleet supply numbers matter a lot in these early stages. I mean, they always matter, but they matter even a bit more. But he took the Ferrous. He also already invested everything into building it fully up. What minor factions do we have? Well, we could have the Frontier Uplink, which is a really potent item here. I think it's even more valuable than the Pranas, because you don't have like chokes. So the Pranas, they are just, yeah, you don't get the same value out of it. But taking a planet and the Frontier Uplink plus 1-2 clicks on defense makes it very hard to take a planet, because you see usually one player with 1 cap, unless it's Ozari, and 1 cap just doesn't kill the planet fast enough, right? Yeah, and this Gauss 30 you see here is like, it's not even reaching the entrance, so yeah, it's very, very situational if you can get a few shots off, right? Here we still see the battle, but as I guess, like, there is no way he can deal with the 3 caps. So you don't want to engage into the fight unless you really have threatening damage to the capitals. That's like basically the main mistake. So he will definitely have to retreat. And yeah, when then he gets the Ferrous and can even produce from there, then yeah, then it's really hard life for the tech. But on the other side, we have advantage also for the Wasari. As said, it is definitely a Wasari favorite map.
Civilian structure complete.
We see even a nearly crippled Egg. As said, it is really threatening. I would like to have some defensors circling these missile shooting ones, because then not all those missiles would hit home and hurt. But still, he has like 50 defensors now, and Ice he has, yeah, not enough Tempest. He has only like 24. It is okay number at this time of game, but he also invests in a Starbase, right? So this could also be like, I don't know, 10, 15 Tempests more instead of this. So yeah, he definitely do choose to play defensive this map. He has nearly all the normal eco upgrades, like these are this one and the desert population, planet population, although this one is with only having 2 planets maybe not too valuable, and also like this is the stuff you really want, and the commerce, but he needs a yellow, so he will definitely need to research there, but he didn't. Yeah, so he kind of invested into some fleet and the starbase, but he's lacking kind of the commerce. You want to click them only if when the planet count gets higher, like for example here. Definitely valuable enough to get a quick return. But he also, I think, only built on his home world 2 temple congregations, yeah. And I definitely like to see if he can invest early in these asteroids, because then he could press earlier these commerce buttons, right, and later the mining tracks. But I kind of went the route of everything at the same time, but then you're not really good at one area, right? It's not so easy then to contest anything, basically. And yeah, Geiger did take advantage of it and took more planets, basically. Especially this one. This is obviously big. We can also see the income, that increase he gets. Yeah, already like nearly like the same as his own home world from this new planet. And the longer he will keep it, the higher it will get. Here we see another fight between Scheisdampf and Danny. It still looks from the numbers the same, like this is not a favorable fight for Scheisdampf, even with the homeworld buff. Because, yeah, the Akan is not really a fighting ship, or at least not too much at the moment, and the Dunov also is really not so strong. And he just, yeah, he even has like not more light frigates, because he would need more, because they're cheaper compared to the Rabastras, and less caps, so it's not a fight he can take. And he still also has to deal with the raiders, apparently, that are roaming a bit freely.
The planet is ours for the taking.
So both Azaris are definitely ahead.
Our fleet has engaged the
Also,
enemy.
Danny also he hasn't fully developed the Ferris. He could definitely start doing this, because the return here is really quick. And the front drop link is there as well, which is really, as said, really, really important in giving you survivability of your planets. Geiger should also really invest in that. Not sure what he's actually investing in otherwise, because I don't really see any Gauss. Well, he lost here probably one, but now he basically looks like he's moving over. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he saw the starbase, and yeah, there is just no reason to fight there. With the 2 caps and the defensors, he can never touch it. And yeah, I mean, you could argue about bypassing it, but it still is a bit risky. And also probably not with a lot of gain, even if you kill the asteroid or something like that in the backline. So he saw it's like only 2 jumps away from the Ferris from Danny, and yeah, a Ferris is always very nice. And his allies on the brink of death, I would even say. He's basically making his last defense on the homeworld. But yeah, it's still not looking good in numbers. Equal LF and 1 cap less. He does have some defenses, but yeah, both caps kinda shieldless, so definitely hurt. And I would guess, yeah, the production is also even closer now. Double factor here, so very close to his own world with much more income. But we have the Doom looming from behind. A huge defensor wall, and he obviously, as we could see, didn't go into any PD or defensors, so Danny doesn't have any answer to this. We see IC reacting in the sense that he's trying to attack, because I would guess so he didn't see Geiger anymore. But still, like, we have here a bit fleet, but not really something threatening.
I will deliver your order personally.
Because the only threat you can really make is now bombing planets, right? But Icy only has one capital ship, which I'm not seeing. Oh, where did it go? Okay, the capital ship is heading for the derelict, but yeah, it is really only a small derelict. One blue, so definitely not too juicy. So basically, there's no threat, right? I mean, he could kill a few structures, but it doesn't seem like he knows where Geiger is, which gives the opening for Geiger to punish Danny, who is not at all ready for this fleet. And Geiger will definitely try to save his friend, who is on the brink of death. He has a third cap at least. And under the healing retrofit base, it's not so easy to kill them. So he's actually fighting pretty well for his life, yeah. And not yet dead. But now Danny will definitely see what's coming, or should. But yeah, even if he sees it now, he probably cannot run away, especially with this crippled deck. So Icy definitely needs to make a move now, because he needs to at least put some pressure on the opponent.
The item is now
is he soon? No, he's not Zone 6. I mean, this could be an argument to get at level 6 or something like this.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
But I don't know, you could also just farm the gas giant, I guess, or so. It's also much closer. No one is riding anything, or I don't see any pings, so I'm not even sure if they're aware. I don't see any chat. I think they're chatting because they were chatting.
Armor down. Brace for direct
Oh, yeah, now he realizes, but he's already right behind him. And I see, yeah, he right-click attack now. He's built a second cap, but yeah, it takes too long. Also, I see here, yeah, 3 points in planet defense, 1 point here, 2 points also on homeworld, 1 point here at least. Still not Giscon. This would be really happy, because then Icy would basically take ages to even really deal any damage. But yeah, the question is now what Danny's gonna do, because he's gonna be terrified. He has nothing against those defensors. Those light frigates are not doing anything. Yeah, cleverly he gets rid of the raiders, who are just free food against the defensors. You see them vanish. Rightfully so. Yeah, they're gone. So siege is alleviated. The caps are fleeing, but yeah, we see also the caps of Geigers here, who has level 3 warhead. Yeah, that's dangerous. Also level 3 missile face swarm. So he will be able to spam those missiles a lot. And Icy is moving. No, is with the Progen over here.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
Yeah, maybe this was not the fastest way, but I'm not sure. Yeah, seems like a really long way. He's bombing with the ref. Not so happy with the defensor spam, and I would guess Danny as well, because his caps are now under threat. Because if you reach such a high amount of supply, even caps can die pretty quickly, even though defenses are the worst at killing caps with their like 50 pierce do they have? Oh, 60, okay. Yeah, but still, it's not a lot. And the light frigates, you see them, they make their occasional shot, but they cannot focus fire these flies, right? So they will probably even regen more in the meantime when light frigates will be able to deal any damage. Oh, then he even has a fourth cap build, but it is he already lost one, so it's now the third, and pretty sure this is going to die as well. Potentially more coming. But yeah, I mean, it is a really stressful situation, because you cannot really outrun defensors, but basically it's the only thing you can do, because you cannot fight. So you could also just split your fleet. a few goes to the back and one to attack or just make a Hail Mary. So you'll at least don't lose everything, basically. Because at this rate he's gonna lose a lot. Cleverly he's using the light frigates to attack the caps, because he also has like 40 light frigates, and yeah, they do hurt. So that's good, so he can deal some damage at least, or force the cap out. I think if you just keep following here, he could actually even kill it. Because he's definitely gonna put it to at least half cripple hull. Yeah, I think he's gonna kill it easily. So at least so. Yeah, you should definitely follow. Don't shoot at it. Oh, this was so close. But yeah, definitely follow, and yeah, that's sad that he didn't finish it off. Would have definitely been able to finish it off. Because he's not doing anything else with the light frigates here. Yeah, so Icy sent his progen, but yeah, it's not gonna do enough here. So we see Danny building. He has built now his wardens. I guess he will try to build them. Because they still do well against defensors, but you need quite some numbers now against like 120 defensors. Yeah, he's producing them here. Yeah, spammed them fully. Also with the repair bay, which is clever against like small damage. Meanwhile, Ice is intercepting the defensor reinforcement, so that's something. And he's building more siege frigates. Yeah, this is exactly what I asked for, because he will need to apply some pressure, right? And he can only do that with killing planets, especially like a planet like this, which is just naked here and is giving so much additional income to Geiger. Yeah.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
Yeah, I think Danny lost all of his caps, or is about to. Because the defensors are still kind of free.
They've ripped through my shields.
Yeah, it's gonna die now. Meanwhile, Pink also sent his caps and is now starting to... Let's see what he's producing. Not much yet, but he also... Yeah, he's building light frigates yet. Putting them here together to get a little stack up. Now I see... It looks like he wanted to come over. Yeah, he just realizes his Tempests are not really doing anything, right? I mean, he's killing a few defensors, but doesn't really alleviate the pressure. Oh, here comes the Voraska back. Now even his cap has to be afraid. It looks even dead. Yeah, he got the Gravity Warhead off. That is a dead progen. Yeah, because Danny kinda lost nearly everything he had, and is now just reproducing wardens reasonably so. The Tempests are still uncertain. Yeah, I guess they wanted to reinforce, but even now they don't do anything anymore, because he has like, yeah, nearly 300 supply Tempests, but yeah, more than double defensors, and they wouldn't let a single missile get shot. Yeah, Icy should really take this Ferris. Like, this is just a naked Ferris. This is... Or the homeworld already, right? Because this is already going like 15 minutes. And this is the first planet he took from him. After having the fleet control, basically.
Warfare research.
It looks like he wants to get the Ferris, yeah.
Enemy forces have arrived. Military
but now,
complete.
I would say bottom team is definitely at a big advantage, right? Unsurprisingly so. Danny kinda, yeah, he never invested here really. I think it was fine because he definitely was about to kill Pink. But now after losing everything, it's not so easy for him to come back, because he's probably lowest in income. Yeah, he still has quite some income, but yeah, he can only just spam these two out of 2 factories and not much more. Maybe he will get some surveys for another cap, I guess.
Our fleet has engaged the
Doesn't seem like
enemy.
he's going for it.
Military structure complete. Civilian structure complete.
Let's see if IC developed a bit. He developed a bit, but yeah. I mean, these are now all full pop, so definitely worth it to press here. But I would guess he felt now after a lot of pressure after his opponent basically killed his ally on the other side of the map. So they're now taking the Pharaohs from Danny, the middle one. What else do we have? Maybe we speed up a bit. I don't have the feeling there's too much happening. Just sieging both Pharaohs. And I see build another Progen. It's going into tier 3 now. It's adding Vigilus. Makes sense against those mass defense, and it seems like he's still spamming them.
Commerce upgrade complete.
It would be really nice to get a Radiance, but there are no volcanoes or no real reds you can get reliably. So yeah, it is very unlikely that you get one. Because if you can taunt once or twice those defenders and get some shots and plasmas off, then you could definitely just threaten them. As of now, they don't really have a big threat. Especially now that the other Vasari basically lost nearly everything. He's building still the Wardens, which makes a lot of sense. Oh no, I misclicked, sorry. I'm a noob caster.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Alright. Why did I misclick this? What a mistake. Bear with me, I think I'm soon... Yeah, I'm soon back. Hopefully. Luckily it is fast enough. My ADHD is kicking in again, because I wanted it to go faster. We see Icy on the Tempest, but he only just passed by. Yeah. And Geiger, Scheistamp are united, so Danny and Icy are definitely not winning any fights soon if they stay together. 800 against 200. If they combine, they could definitely take a fight, but if they combine, then, but yeah. Let's see if that's gonna happen. So they go further, because, I mean, if you see one Pharaohs here, you see the second there. So definitely tempting. Let's see what Icy decides to do. He sends the Tempest towards there.
Military structure complete.
Yeah, and sends the caps and the bombing crew over there. Yeah, because I mean this was never defended in the last 20 minutes, so this is definitely an area that could have just died if he had some bombing power. But yeah, Danny is just basically sitting at his last defense, because yeah, I understand he cannot really do much else. He has his turrets here and his remaining fleet, but they are just not enough to do anything against the overwhelming fleet of the position. So still just should try to run, but yeah, I get it. It is not a nice place to be in when you basically don't have a fleet anymore. Meanwhile, Ice is sending his bombing crew over there. There's not really much defense, so it is completely free. I think he wanted to send the Tempest, but then saw that, yeah, then he lost everything, so even his Tempest deck wouldn't do much. Then he built a new cap. Yeah, I guess he surveyed a bit. Yeah, surveying even more, because he's pretty sure he's gonna lose the planet soon, so he's just gonna build 1-2 caps or so, I guess, and then try to leave with them, or at least take the survey with him.
He twisted me arm. Exploratory nanites have found exotic resources.
But in tempo, they're definitely behind, because okay, this planet lives for long. He made what I said. He made both defense tracks on and full with defense items, planet items from the neutral factory, neutral factions here. and even on the homeworld, so this is also very tanky.
Nanites have found exotic resources.
But yeah, 4 caps are still, oh, also with the Drain Planet, gonna get rid of it over time. Yeah, even 5th cap we're seeing here. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the auction slipped from your grasp.
Meanwhile, Geiger did the same. Spent all defense tracks and the unassailable fortress, but yeah, it only adds max health, but not regen. So yeah, I mean, still he got with max defense up, the regen still quite well. So he nearly got full health up. So it's gonna take some time to take it, which is clever. To basically make it as hard as possible for the opposition to get your planet. So meanwhile, Danny's basically out of the game, I would say. He still has some resources. He built something big somewhere. He built a cap ship over here on the gifted ice planet. And we'll probably try to basically start a new game. And hope basically that Icy can win a 1v2, but I mean, he's about to kill the homeworld from Geiger, but yeah, I would say it is really hard to do that unless the opposition screws up. Because they're still getting to tier 3 both, so they're both very live. Also, Geiger has now 2 Pharaohs again. And yeah, he just needs to max the mining tracks on them, and then he's definitely well off. Even though kinda the whole population died, so there's not too much income. So it would really be helpful if he would try to get to the labor distribution, because then you can, yeah, get the pop up again, which is definitely always worth it for your home planet. Alright, Danny is moving over to Icy's side. What is Icy doing? I mean, if he had like something overwhelming, like a Titan, or a full cap fleet, you could say he could actually threaten a 1v2, but I don't see it yet. His still main composition is Tempest, and I also saw some oppressors flying in, and yeah, as soon as Geiger has a big enough stack of oppressors, then even the Tempests are not really gonna do too much. And their clearing speed is a bit faster. Like then he will keep this planet, I guess, or they bomb it slowly. But he's already soon at Icy's side. Icy build the defense up here. But without a fleet, I don't think it's enough, because Geiger still has a very, very healthy fleet. What is the fleet supply of Geiger? Yeah, it's at 1.3k, which is very high compared to the other players. Like Icy, the second strongest player, is soon at 1k, but he is not even at the 1.5k research. I would guess this is his next research. And he has his Xorius, so Xorius will definitely help, but he still doesn't have too many, right? Yeah, I mean, he just researched it, my bad, yeah. So we'll definitely try to build them now, but yeah, I'm not sure he can defend his homeworld. There is no real defense here. So Icy rightfully pulls back his fleet. Let's see, from Geiger's perspective, I would say this is also clever. He just bypasses. I mean, even with the longer phase charge up time, there's not really any value to getting that asteroid, right? Like, it's also with the buffs, it's actually a really big asteroid. Not easy takeable. But yeah, there's no real eco damage if you kill it, and yeah, just bypass it. If you kill Advent's homeworld, that's a very fatal blow, because it is like nearly always your main income source, your main spell making source, because you cannot use Unity spells if you don't have your homeworld as Advent. So yeah, just go there. Yeah, Icy realizes now, so he will gather his whole fleet, but his Tempests are not there yet. Only like
Military structure
3-4
complete.
jumps away.
Time to bid. Place them on.
Icy has like
Desecrators
1k
assault our
and he's
world.
researching now the higher ceiling, but I would say Geiger. Okay, he lost some fleet actually, maybe to the defense now because it's still like, yeah,
Civilian
rotated, so
structure complete.
he lost a bit, but still it is now 1.1k here, and we have 5
We
caps
have locked
and
down
2
the
very high
metal
level
bridge.
ones, so they're
Sorry,
definitely
mates.
strong.
Better look in the next
And
one.
Ice still lacks
Civilian structure complete.
the tools to face 200 defenders, right?
Civilian structure complete.
Like he only shoots with 60 vigilance basically because the Tempests are not gonna shoot any,
Civilian
any
structure
missiles
complete.
against so much PD. And he doesn't have the
Civilian
caps
structure
to do anything,
complete.
right? A revelation is basically useless against I mean
Empire
against
research
subcaps.
complete.
Of course he can sleep with few of the caps, but yeah, that doesn't feel too overwhelming.
Civilian structure
And the Progen
complete.
also doesn't have rebirth, so no real comeback potential through rebirthing your units. Yeah. So he will probably try to still build some Exorias, I guess. Or yeah, more
The
Vigilus
unity
also
has
makes
fallen
sense.
silent on one of our planets.
But the homeworld is gone in the meantime. And we aren't even looking at pink, he's just slowly building up again, I would guess so. He didn't. Oh no, he built here quite a decent fleet here actually. So yeah, he's gonna threaten Danny even. And Danny, as of now, couldn't really
Defilers
do
encroach
anything.
upon us.
I mean, unless except rehitting his planets, but he lost nearly everything, so he needs quite a lot more time than Pink to basically rebuild. And here we already see
Desecrators
Harkas
assault our
incoming.
world.
And yeah,
Desecrators
Vasari doesn't
assault
really
our
have
world.
anything against that when he's like basically only like 10 minutes old into the game. Yeah, so Geiger
The
is
unity has
finishing the
fallen silent on
backyard
one of our
off
planets.
because he doesn't really need to attack the fortified world. I think
The
this
unity
is
has fallen
reasonable.
silent on one of our planets.
But now he
Let
sees
the
like
bidding
1k fleet supply.
commence.
He's not yet fighting. But then he sees now the tech fleet and he will definitely run and not feel like
We
he
have
can do much.
cleansed the planet of heathens.
Like he would need a lot of Kenraks. Yeah, he's researching them, so he knows what he is supposed to build, but yeah, there's just no time,
The
no
auction
money
prize
left,
belongs
basically.
to you.
He has 2 factories, that is not enough, no defense, and nothing
Civilian structure complete.
to hurt his Harkas. We see
Our
fight
fleet
in the
has
home world,
engaged the enemy.
potentially. Yeah,
Enemy
that's a full
forces
fight.
have arrived.
Let's
This
go to
new
normal
item
speed.
fuels my ship's capabilities.
So it can basically only sleep some of the caps with this and use the AoE.
Our fleet has engaged
But
the
Geiger, it
enemy.
looks like he's focusing the Vigilus.
Shields
I think
breached.
that is
Deliver
clever,
back.
because it is the only threatening unit to the defenders. And if he's able to get rid of them, especially the oppressors deal full damage to them.
How have they managed to
Yeah.
cripple us?
He still has to be a bit wary with the defenders, because you see he's losing some of them. So he's making a retreat. Yeah, okay, I see reinforced quite well. So
Our
that's
fleet has
why
engaged the enemy.
Geiger felt like he wants to leave, which is
Our fleet
fine.
has engaged
It
the
can
enemy.
still be a bit dicey. Yeah, also he added quite some vigilance, which is pretty
Our
good.
glory shall be restored.
But we still see the backline is gonna die here from Danny. So Icy needs a decisive win here, basically. Geiger's here pumping out oppressors. Yeah.
Down. Brace for direct
Let's see
hits.
if Ice is following. Yeah, he looks like it looks like he's following. 1.2, 1.1-ish plus. Nothing really else. He even reached level 6, which is nice to siege planets. But yeah, it's not a combat spell, basically.
How have they managed to cripple us?
And Danny is in full retreat mode. He's spamming Harkas now, but yeah, I mean, Harkas also take
This new
a lot of
item
damage. I
fuels
mean,
my
Kenraks
ship's
take full damage from Harkas, so
Our fleet has
it's
engaged
dicey.
the enemy. Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
We see a
They've ripped through my
dying
shields.
Desolator.
Dusted.
He's trying to escape, but yeah, it's gonna die, which is actually really nice. But Icy lost quite a lot of supply. He's losing his Vigilus quite fast to the oppressors that manage now to get quite a decent number. GG is being called. I think, yeah, I think he would have lost the fight now after some time, because he's gonna lose the Progen. And yeah, I mean, even if he were to barely win the fight, the other side is dead basically, right? So it is a GG call. That is just. All right. Yeah, it's also the end of the replay. That was my first little cast. I guess it was a bit different. But yeah, I just wanted to help out and maybe give you some insight into what I'm thinking about the game. Definitely was a very back and forth game, if you could sum it up. And yeah, one fatal backstep from player red basically sealed the fate of Danny and Icy. See you guys.